Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I
And
said, that is, you know what? That is a good aspect to talk about right there. He's
yeah,
not your friend.
not.
He is not your friend. Boy, talk
But
about
I
the.
will say this, he's not your friend, but that's your job to make sure that he thinks you are his friend. You know what I mean?
You got to
Like
play the game. You
you
got to
have
play
to
the
play
game.
the game. And I learned this through trials and tribulations. And I'm gonna give you for one example. Um, with Coach Broadnex, yeah,
Okay.
I was terrified of that man to connect with him on a personal level.
There was no connecting with him on personal level, bro.
Yeah, especially not at this
Not in
point.
that
Like
time. Not in that time,
I was
bro.
too young. I was too young. Okay, different. It'll be differently now because I'm a grown man. I don't care. But okay, but I'm just saying that laid the groundwork that I was like, okay, I don't really want to interact with my coaches. I'm gonna just stay from afar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I started my pro career, best pro coach, shout out to Rob Patanastro, they just won another championship in England. Me and him had a great relationship, you know, to the point where I babysat his son when he needed to go places. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying?
That was a great
So like
relationship, boy. I ain't know it was
that was a great
like that.
relationship, right? And so that kind of like let me know that I need to build connections because the next year they signed me again. And so moving forward in my pro career, like I had a good connection with my coaches, but it was one time in England where I was kind of beefing with the coach. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it got ugly off the court. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of forgot the power of connecting and being cool with my coaches until up until Iraq 2 years ago, right before I came to Chile. I had a Serbian coach, and I was just nervous about keeping my job because once again I was making a good check out there, and I really, really, really wanted to secure the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I just text my coach one day. I was like, "Hey, coach, I'm gonna give my all every single game. I'm gonna give my best ever every single game. Please, do not release me." I told him straight up, like, "Please don't send me home." He like, "Hassan, bro, you got nothing to worry about, bro. I love your game. I love your attitude on and off the court, bro. You got nothing to worry about." And then he just started like talking to me like a friend,
Uh
and we
huh.
built a relationship like that. And like I could have been like, okay, he cool with me. He let me know he ain't trying to send me home. But from then, I built on that relationship. What's up, coach? Good.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him a funny video. I don't do that with coaches. I'm sending that to my friends or something. Hey, coach, look at this. This is crazy, right? Hey, coach, what you doing? Wait, when time are you going to lunch? I want to eat with you. Me and him having a one-on-one lunch, together, and not even just talk about basketball, but just talk about anything. To the point where 2 months later, we friends. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up just to talk. You know what I mean? And I learned to like, okay, yes, you can start out as your coach not being your friend, but it's on you if you really want to secure that job to get to know your coach and build that relationship. And prime example, I'll let you talk as this. The coach here, I really can't read him. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
he's a little feisty and he's a little chilled at the same time. So it's like sometimes he'll let things slide, and then sometimes he'll turn up on you. Like he ain't really turned up on me, but I seen how he done my other teammates and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. And not only that, he don't speak English, but I've been practicing Spanish. I can pretty much hold a conversation in Spanish now, which I'm very proud of. But he lives very close to me, right?
Uh huh.
So sometimes he gives me rides home from practice and from the games. Anytime I get a chance, and every time he offers me a ride, I take that opportunity
Mm.
and I talk my head off. How's your family? What's your favorite color? Who is your favorite player? What do you like to do, coach? Because if you know them on a personal level and they think you are their friend, they're going to do business with you.
Right.
Business people do business with their friends.
Yeah.
They don't hire outside strange people that they
Always gonna go
don't
with
know.
somebody they're comfortable with.
They want to do business with people they're comfortable with. So that's what I've been doing since I've been here.
Couple things to that. First of all, I think like the biggest takeaway from that is no ego.
Facts.
No ego. We're going to
Facts.
I'm gonna reiterate a book called Ego is the Enemy. I advise everybody to read that book. And that's basically just what you're talking about, bro. That's saying I got a good job. I know how to network. I know how to move around. I've been in the game long enough, and I understand it's about people. And I am going to don't have no ego. I don't even speak Spanish fluently, but I'm going to make sure I get to know this dude and connect and communicate to build a relationship to secure my job. You're right. Once you get there, that don't mean you good. They just now they got a closer look at you, and now they want to test to see, let me see if you're actually good or not. Let me see if I can actually stand being around you. Because if they can't stand to be, they're not, you're expendable. And if you're not
Right.
even tolerable to be around, like something like, all right, so the coach I got here, in certain situations, you're right. But when you don't care sometimes about losing a job or going somewhere else, it could be very tough to try to hold that relationship. And this dude, boy, I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care. It's because it's just a few things. Like I will try to be. I'm gonna be me. I know what kind of person I am. I'm a very chill. I'm a very high energy type of person. I'm a very like energetic. So my energy just that's how people I connect with people. My energy just I always bring a good smiling, just great energy to wherever I'm at. But when you're like the counter opposite of that, it's kind of hard to fake that. I can't fake energy. I can't fake it. I can't fake energy or whatever. But he did make a statement. He was like, a lot of players when they come to like Argentina, especially, they have a hard time connecting with their teammates because they're so different and they so far away. But I see you are more interactive. I'm like, yeah, because I understand people. Like you cannot be successful if you hate the person you're next for 10 months. That's like that whole Jordan, oh, me and Jordan would never, I don't believe that. Jordan and Pippen, he talking about Pippen, oh, we wasn't really friends like that. Bro, I don't believe that. You're not gonna win if you don't have some type of like connection with the person. The closer you are with a person is that's what leads to winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. Every night, not all coaches, but 95% of them, you got to like you doing, bro. Because there's gonna be a point in this game where you need that bread, and don't let your ego get in the way of securing the bread at all times. That's a good point that most players that go over a lot of players' heads right there. That point right, that was a really good point right there. I ain't even gonna hold you on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I was looking at playing overseas, and he said he posted this video of a dude fired up a cigarette right of a dude
Hey,
firing up a cigarette.
say that. I just want to say the same day he posted that I was in the weight room with my teammate vaping.
Oh my
Like my
god!
teammate was vaping, and I was scrolling on Instagram, and I wanted to record my teammate because I'm like, this is real. This is no cap. Like, go ahead though.
No, but that was pretty much the whole thing. Like, it's so wild. Like the different cultures when you go overseas, like you know where it's bad in China. They will fire up a cigarette in a heartbeat during the it be time out. You want a cigarette? Halftime. You want a cigarette? Bro, they don't breathe in regular air, bro. They all smoke cigarettes, bro. And before the games, halftime, before the game over with, they know that we got the game solidified. Oh yeah, we finna step to the back, not even out the door. We're gonna step in front of the door and smoke in the in the gym while it's
All I'm gonna say is, as an American going overseas to hoop, expect the unexpected. Everything they teach us in America, talking about, you don't need to smoke if you're an athlete. You need to eat right. You need to get the necessary amount of
that's right.
sleep. Nobody is doing that overseas.
Nobody's
These
doing that.
people go to sleep at 2 in the morning every single day.
Yep.
They drink most of my teammates. They drink alcohol almost every single day.
Yep.
They eat terribly. They don't look after their bodies. They don't put in the extra work. So I'm not saying all the stuff we get taught as athletes in America is BS, because it's not. But just expect to see the unexpected. Like you say, the cultures are totally different. They don't care about lighting up a cigarette.
Man, they don't care about
about
that.
they don't care about talking about inappropriate things in front of coaches.
Bro, the
They
group chats be so wild.
what? Arnold, my God, this might be the craziest group chat I've ever been a part of here in Paraguay.
An overseas basketball team's group chat is the most vilest thing I've ever been a part of. I don't think I've ever just. That would never happen in our group chat that we had. Remember group me? Remember we had group me when we was in college?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
None of that stuff was ever in our group chat, bro.
Bro, it was all just basketball and student related stuff. Nothing out of that.
Basketball, yeah, or females. Basic,
Bro.
like basic.
The stuff I just got here, bro. But it's one teammate I have. He just puts nothing but explicit content. And when I mean explicit content, it's explicit content. And the craziest thing about it is, okay, maybe I asked my teammate about it. That's how crazy it was. I'm like, bro, who is sending that stuff in the group chat? And he started laughing instantly. He said, bro, and guess what? There's women in the group chat. I said,
Oh
women?
my God.
I'm talking about and stuff. Women should not be seeing they put in the group chat.
Wow, yep.
It's a totally different culture,
Yeah.
bro. And like you said, the reason why older players do get these types of jobs, these big paying jobs, is because we can handle it more.
Yeah.
Because I think to myself, as a 23-year-old me, 24 or 25-year-old me, I probably would have been cut by now.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have understood the language. I wouldn't have understood certain
Oh
things.
yeah, for
And that's
sure.
the reason-
For sure.
That's the reason why, like I told you, I called you the other day. I said, man,
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.